feelings, and now you surprised when I'm saying feelings with you, relationship. You bugging. You like, man, now it's a problem now. Now it's, oh my God, you're a dog. You're a dog. I'm a dog. You're a bird. You're a bird. Who was it? That was your line? Yeah. That was your line. If I wanted a bird, I would have got a nest. Give me your line. Give me your line. Give me your line.
I said if I wanted a bird, I would have built a nest.
I would have built a nest, man. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, man. Finally. Y'all hit me. Right.
With the spiritual shooter.
We might have to have my sister come on. Right, how you said?
The lion, Zion.
Like, yo, this is the word. One time.
I am a free man.
Round of applause. Y'all already know. You stop that. Oh. They don't even understand what it takes.
Yo,
they don't understand what it takes.
Man. It's levels and layers.
They don't understand what it takes, yo.
Dedication.
We out there and feel like I ran a marathon trying to get all this together with y'all brothers.
No, what it is tenacity. It takes tenacity.
Tenacity. Okay, that's the word of the day. We might need to give a word of the day.
Yo, word of the day. That'll be dope.
What is it? Tenacity on a alacrity table?
Early. Hold on.
That's how you do it, man.
Tenacity on the alacrity table.
Exactly.
Yeah, that brother just ran for 30.
Yeah. That was nice.
That's first goal.
So, y'all have chosen to pull up with your brothers, man. I'm going to get straight into it. This is the Bread Fellows podcast, man, where we are potting with a mother effing purpose.
That's a fact.
Right? That's a fact? Y'all believe that?
Fact.
Or is it an opinion?
That's a Fendi. That's a Fendi.
That's a Fendi, right? This is where we really believe that it doesn't have to be the Last Supper
To break bread.
to break bread with your brethren, man. So digitally pull up, right? I am Zamar. This is episode 11.
Like,
Yo,
share,
shut up.
subscribe.
It's episode 11.
Yo, bro.
They don't know how hard it is, man. They don't know. All right,
That
so
means we done won 2 times, baby.
we done won 2 times.
It means we're the ones 2 times.
I get it.
That's on
feel
there.
me?
Yeah,
You understand? That's layers of understanding, brother.
That's when you're
It's too hard for the simple.
So we done won 2 times.
That's good. That even went over. That went over my head one time. Yo. So like, well, what's all the stuff? Like, subscribe, share. Y'all know, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all messing with us, mess with us. Y'all know what to do if y'all really jacking our part. I am Zamar, aka the spiritual shooter, blocker, right? AKA, that's it.
Nah.
Got one
You
AKA.
ain't getting out of here like that. AKA Spanish Harlem's Bob the Builder.
People be getting upset. Yo, people be getting really upset with AKs. I ain't gonna hold you.
The pessimist.
I don't know how y'all DMs is looking, but people like, yo, so talk to me about this Bob the Builder. You know what I mean? Like, you building where? What does that even mean? You're building. I'm like, yo, come on, man.
Yo, don't even watch that.
Don't watch that.
Why are you watching that?
Why
Why are you watching that? Stop watching that. Don't watch that.
Right, so we gonna say,
I ain't gonna hold you. I
spiritual
got
shooter,
I got a little bit of static, a little bit of smoke. Like, Alejo. What is Alejo?
This is Brother Zion. aka Alejo, aka El Hugo. Right. His brother's the Juice.
Wait, you forgot. AKA Bravo.
Hold on. That's for the exclusive. No, they're
not ready. Y'all not ready for that.
Only people in Alabama know that.
Oh, yeah, they know
Alabama. Anybody in New York know that?
Yeah.
Oh man. Tell them who you are, man. To the left.
Yo, Brother Free, man.
Brother Free, but tell them why, because you know the people have to know.
Listen, man, because I'm free from the shackles of society.
Oh, that's right. One
I
time.
am not a number. I am a free man.
I'm gonna give them this other one from the sound pad that they're not ready for. One day I'm gonna bring it out. Y'all haven't. Y'all might have heard it.
Nah,
I'm gonna keep it tucked. I'm gonna keep it tucked away.
It's going crazy.
Yo, so what are we even talking about today?
Bro, like, I don't know. We
What
don't
are we talking
freestyle
about?
it,
What are
bro.
we talking about today?
We literally have nothing. You know, this ain't scripted.
Yeah.
We off the dome with it today.
Stuff. I mean, there's an outline. There's an outline, but
Right.
really things haven't been happening in the mainstream. That's really something that we can impactful.
It's not edifying.
Yeah, and that's really what we're trying to do. Like that's what the whole potting with a purpose is, right? Potting with a purpose. So, but as always, I want to know how your brothers is feeling.
I'm feeling excellent, bro. You know me.
Oh. Nah, how you get mad, brother, feeling excellent? No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Bro, I'm feeling like my peace has been saved, you know.
My peace has been saved. Okay.
You know, I've been protecting it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I ain't have to protect it from no sisters.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's always nice.
No,
that's always nice when I have to protect it from sisters.
No, my peace has been well intact.
Uh-huh.
You know, it was a good week. Kind of long. I banged it on my employer on Friday.
Shout out to always banging up. Yo, use your PTO days.
Yeah,
I know all y'all got them 9 to 5s. I don't got a 9 to 5, but like when y'all got a 9 to 5, use them PTO days. Your employer doesn't care about you. They don't care about you. So even if you, I'm calling out PTO. Why not? Why not use it? You want to go to the museum? Go to the museum. Do that. You want to just walk to the park and sit on the bench? Walk to the park and sit on the bench. Your employer doesn't care about you.
At
you
all.
are dispensable.
That's a fact.
You are dispensable.
Right. That's why they only get is the email from me. They don't get no phone call.
Quick email?
Quick email.
At 3 in the morning? 3 in the morning?
No. They'll get it. They might get it at 8:55.
It's even more gangster.
Oh, it's gangster.
Closer to the time you
Yo,
put
it's
the punch in.
8:55, bro. I'm not there. Sick.
I'm not there. I'm not there. My mom's like that. My mom's a gangster like
Subject. Sick. Message. Won't be there. See y'all on Monday.
Hey.
Eleo stuff. Once again, he shows why
Like
he's
that,
Eleo.
man.
So tell us how you are, man. Tell us how you are.
Yo, man, feeling good, feeling mighty in the spirit, man. Just been keeping it positive. I mean,
Yo, I feel like you about to violate. I feel like you about to violate.
Violate how? Listen, man. Yo, listen. When you trying to get a mighty bid, you gotta pay attention.
Right. You gotta stroke it. You know what I mean? You gotta stroke it.
Right.
Yeah,
but you barefaced brothers don't know nothing about it.
Nothing about it. So I want to share how I feel. Because I am feeling away. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't feeling away.
You ain't feelings?
I'm not feelings, but it's because this is actually, it's
trying
gotta
to
stop.
justify it.
No, it's gotta stop. It's gotta really stop. I want to get serious with y'all.
All right.
Let me adjust my hat. I want to get serious with y'all. Listen, y'all sisters who are in this relationship with brothers and y'all have children. I don't care how many children this brother has. If he is stepping to the plate and he is looking to provide, he is looking to be there, he is looking to try to see this child, stop preventing him from seeing that child.
Yo, clap on that.
Let me get a clap on that.
Clap on that, please.
Clap on that, man. Clap on that, yo.
Thank you.
Come on, I want to reload and shoot on it and all that too, because sisters are really getting under my skin with that, man. Because we already know that this particular captivity that we're in, right? America, big triple Ks. They want us to be, they want our sisters to be under that welfare system. You know what I mean? Father out of the home, all that jazz. And a lot of sisters, when they don't know no better, they are jacking that.
Jacking it, OD.
They're jacking, and I'm actually very close to this very thing. I don't have any children. I ain't talking about me, but I'm very close to this. Someone who I love, very near and dear to me, is going through this, and sisters don't know no better. They either know or it's two levels of ignorance. It's like they either know what they're doing by utilizing these funds
And being a coon.
right? Or they don't know what they're doing
And they're ignorant.
So the ignorance is equally detrimental to the progression and betterment of our household.
Or they're being vindictive and using a child as a pawn.
Exactly. Now you're in your feelings,
But
which
this
is
is
still
the-
detrimental.
You're destroying. Like if you get as much females to do that, we're just destroying our people without even knowing it. Like
Exactly.
seriously, you're helping the white people out. Like I hope y'all know that. Like
That's
it's a
what
bigger
I'm saying.
picture. It's a grand scheme to what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And this is only if a brother is willing to step up to the plate. If he a deadbeat, okay, I understand you trying to provide and feed your child. I get it. You might not be in at work. You need something to lean on. I can understand. I can walk with you on that. But if a brother trying to step up to the plate, stop being the stumbling block. Stop being the reason why black households are crumbling by those exponential numbers. We are truly falling out here.
It's happening. And, one of my brothers is actually going through this very thing. This is a brother who wants to be there for his seeds. He has 2 children.
Right.
And he's trying to see these children. But his baby mom's is making it hard. Like
He got one?
No, he got one baby mother.
One baby mother.
Yeah, and she lives about 1,000 miles away from where he lives.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, to compromise, he's asked that she meets him halfway, where he can pick his children up and he'll take them back the other way. And she can't even do that. She's saying that he has to ride 1,000 miles to get his children.
Come on.
Then drive 1,000 miles to bring his children back to where he lives. Then drive 1,000 miles to bring his children back to where they live.
That's mad driving. That's OD. That's money.
Mind you, he's already on child support.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
So you putting him in a situation to where now you're crippling him to being able to provide for himself. If he can't provide for himself and he now loses his job, then how's he gonna be able to provide for the children?
Right. You're still sticking them for the paper. Brother ain't got no job. You still want to see where the monthly payments is coming from.
Yeah. But a lot of times I'm gonna tell you what contributes to that animosity, to that vindictivity.
Feelings,
emotions, and other women.
Oh, of course, other women.
Yeah, because now it's another woman in the picture. So now you don't feel like you owe this man that has fathered your children any respect because he's now dealing with another woman.
Right.
And that's childish.
That's OD childish.
For me.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm saying this. The relationship that I'm speaking about, that I'm close to, right? That particular brother, 2 children into the world at the same time. Boom. They was born a week apart. 2 separate women. Boom. They in the world. It's an issue. One of the women doesn't want to allow the brother to spend any time with the other child because he would then have to be in the presence of the other woman.
See, this is the problem.
What are you doing? Get out of your way. Get out of the way.
Exactly. That's, like, I don't understand. Listen, this wouldn't even be a problem back in the day. As you see in the other pod, that was like the least of a woman's problem was another woman because they understood how, you know, men were made to multiply and have multiple women if they chose.
Right.
What's the problem is nowadays women really believe that men belong to them.
Yo, and that's what the sister said.
They really believe that. They believe men belong to them. Like when you really look at the origin of the origin of creation. Men don't belong to women. Men belong to the Most High.
Oh,
exactly. And then women belong to us.
All the feminists now they turn the channel now.
They don't want to deal with that.
Feminists don't want to deal with that now. Feminists don't want to deal with that. Yeah,
they don't want to deal with that.
That's too much. It's too much.
They don't want to deal with that.
Oh, brother, you're misogynist. Here you go. That's what we.
That's why it says.
Hey,
toxic. That's toxic light skin.
Right. Oh, I got
listen, even if you subscribe to religion, right? What does it say? It says that the man is the woman's head. You understand? And Yahushua, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's too much science.
It's our head. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it always gives you that order, so you won't get things confused.
Right.
Know what I mean? Like, don't get caught up by those Hotep concepts. And you know what I mean?
Those black women is God.
The universe squirted us out, and
yeah,
a whole bunch of doctrines.
Nah, brother,
out there,
because
man.
see, the black womb is God, which is the black woman times triple darkness, brother.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, try to get
We
that
are but
pseudo-profoundness.
reflected light, brother.
We already touched on. We already dealt with y'all, man. That pseudo-profoundness has to go. That's another thing that's crippling the black household. But yo, a sister that said that to me. She was like, yo. Now, first of all, the sister, she's a cool sister. Let me put that out there. Sister's cool. But
cool in what manner?
Well, sister's cool in that she has a particular level of understanding.
All right.
So I perceive that sister is able to be someone you could build with.
She could grow.
Yeah,
eventually.
Yeah, there you go. And already has grown.
All right.
Right? But there's also that a bit of worldliness that, you know, is sort of like a remnant in ourselves when you're trying to reform the mind. And I completely get that, understand. Right? I'm not looking to bash anybody out here. I just want you to understand how sometimes sisters are getting in the way of building the very household that they claim they are in favor of. You're getting in the way of it being able to really manifest and blossom into what it can actually be. Do you understand how beautiful the black household would be if the biological father and the biological mother was always present? And they had a relationship that revolved around righteousness and, I don't know, maybe they actually love each other. And how great of an environment that would be for that child to grow.
Yeah, but people don't understand what love is.
Right, so before you get, we touched on that. That
Yeah,
should like always be a thing. Like, what is love? Yeah. People,
I ain't even gonna go into it because that's later.
February's coming up. Of course, everybody knows. Everybody knows what love is. They're gonna show you on Valentine's Day. Did you know? Cupid. That's one name. Cupid. Yeah, a Caucasian baby with no drawers on. That's gonna shoot you with an arrow. This is what we're in the midst of. This is y'all. This is a mirror. We reflected it onto y'all. This is what we into.
Brother,
as a
reflected
people.
lights, brother.
Come on, man. And so the situation is really that sister, she was like, yo, that brother, I can't, we was talking about the polygyny thing. I can't share the brother because the brother's mine. Now, I get where the sister's coming from, but that's not entirely where the mind should be, right, spiritually. As a woman that's going to be caring about building up her home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
so I
wisdom.
just had to get that off my chest because I was feeling away because, like I said, I'm close to that situation, and I had to speak to the sisters because there's a lot of sisters that watch this podcast. We absolutely love y'all, but if you in that situation or you know anybody in that situation, get out of that situation. Get out of that situation, man. Speak to how we can do better there. That's what we talk about. We say we part of with a purpose. Mm-hmm. It's to uplift the Black, Hispanic, and Native American household. And this is why we do it.
And we don't subscribe to European concepts. That's
the
thing about us. We do not subscribe to any European ideologies, man. We don't follow none of that. We go against the grain. You know what I mean? And that's one thing people have to. You can't say you woke and you still following the oppressor's a blueprint. That does not make sense. If you telling me you woke, I'm expecting you to tell me things that our ancestors used to do.
Oh, nah.
You know what I mean? Like, seriously. You can't tell me you woke and then you talking about, oh yeah, nah, I mean, I just cop all these presents for everybody for Christmas. I'm gonna look at you crazy. Like, that's not being woke.
Nah, brother,
just wasting your money
for the kids, brother.
Nah,
brother,
listen,
did it for the kids,
and
but
then
you don't understand.
And then
brother.
you're repeating the cycle. You know what I mean? Like, we're at a time where you have to understand, like, everything is set against us. We have the chance through our children to change certain dynamics that were pushed on us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, our children are clean slates for us to bring back into the truth of things.
Right.
Right. Really, your children are you again.
Yeah.
I was speaking to my
father. It's too deep.
Yeah, I was speaking to my father,
That's
and I'm
deep.
like, I was just telling him, like, you know, like he was discussing different things that he has went through as a Black man in this country, and you know, he was explaining to me, you know, different wisdom that I can use from his prior experiences to get further along than he is, and I explained to him, like, you know, Pop, I'm you. You feel me? I was with you from the beginning. Literally, I am the brain and spinal cord that came out of you. You feel me? I came from all your past experiences, all your past traumas. You know, I came from all of that. I have all of that in me. You feel me? So I understand certain things innately about you just off of that alone. And, you know, when we have children, really, we need to try to put them in better situations than we were in.
Exactly.
You feel me? And give them more understanding on how things are supposed to be
my gosh.
in that natural order.
You know, you say things like that and people look at you like you're weird. Like, that is the purpose of being a parent. Like, how am I going to be a parent and then I'm just leading you down a path of destruction? I'm teaching you bad things that aren't going to benefit you in the future.
You don't know your thing.
You don't know your ABCs, but you know the whole first verse of Fabio Foreign. Big Drip.
The whole verse.
And
the whole first verse.
You know the
and
whole
you
verse.
3 years old, twerking at that
Drip.
same age.
Big
Oh
Drip.
my gosh.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right, you making toy guns out of your Lego.
You understand what I'm saying? That's real.
Toy guns out of
That's
your Legos.
real.
Wow,
This is
Right,
real.
right.
And that shows you how we've fallen as a people because we think that stuff like this is cute. Oh, that's cool.
Right.
That's funny.
No, like
You're gonna make a video out of it.
that is messed up in Caucasian and the oppressor's children. They learning how to build MacBooks at 4 years old and
Yeah.
know what I mean? They shooting guns and know how to take it apart and put it back together. While our kids just know how to sing the first verse of Fabio's song.
Right.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Right. And not only that, our children should know everything we know before we die.
Exactly.
That's another thing.
Exactly.
Black men and black women are not giving. Wisdom should be an inheritance.
Right.
Everything that you gain in your life,
Always pass it down.
You're supposed to pass it down.
It shouldn't die with you.
Should not. Your child should know everything you know.
Exactly.
That's really what legacy is, though.
Yeah.
Your child
That's
should
legacy.
know everything, every single thing you know, every ounce of wisdom, every ounce of knowledge should be passed down to your child. But a lot of times we teach our children the exact same thing our parents taught us.
Exactly.
With no reformation.
Right.
And that's problematic because when we continue the cyclical nature of the curses that befall us.
Right. And that's how you really know that it's something that's hiding us. It's a spiritual connotation, really, that we are in the midst of because we can't shake it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even the most woke-ist person, like, they can't shake it. That's why it's not about being woke. You actually have to be awakened to really who you are.
Exactly.
Right? Let me read a meme real quick. Don't forget what you're saying.
Gotcha.
Just to the point what y'all brothers were saying, so I sent y'all in the group chat. It's like, he was like, yo, who is that woman? This is what certain sisters are teaching their children, right? Or permeating into our community.
Yo, make sure you put that up on there.
She said, I'm gonna see if I can. She said, having all your kids by the same man seems silly. His resources only gonna go so far and be spread so thin. Give your kid their own dad.
That's crazy.
That's evil.
What type of wickedness? That is, come on.
That's crazy.
Yo, that literally makes sense to some sisters that's watching this right now.
Yeah, some of your sisters are like, I don't see the problem with that, brother. What are you talking about?
That actually makes sense.
What?
That's crazy.
Are you serious? Come on. This is why we need. This is why we gotta. We have to come back to our heritage and to the traditional way, so that we're not moving with 2020. We're not moving with 2020 progressive America.
Yo, listen.
Because we are shooting ourselves in our own foot.
If that's going to be progressive for 2020, we really headed towards destruction. Because
We are.
I'm just that's just crazy.
That's confusion.
crazy.
That's confusion.
Yo,
She said, give your child their own dad. So what she's doing is advocating prostitution, unbeknownst to her.
Yeah.
And she probably didn't even know. She knows what she's saying.
No, that's polyandry, y'all.
Yeah, which is why we say, yo, watch episode 10 and how that's folly.
Yo, polyandry makes absolutely no sense, bro. Watch
Right, yeah. We went into that. But why do I read that? I read that because I need y'all to really see what we are in the midst of. This is spiritual warfare. This is spiritual warfare. So how do you combat a spiritual entity? With spiritual things. It's not going to be things that you learn in your college. It's not going to be these degrees that you have acquired. It's not going to be all these fraternities or sororities that you join and you think now you got clout in the community. No. You got no clout.
No, brother, it's mantras and affirmations. That's
these affirmations. I'm sure there's somebody watching this that got affirmations like laden across their bedroom and their bathroom mirror when they brush their teeth. You are the best. You are the best there ever was. You know what I mean? All that. You don't need all of that. What we need is to come back to the original way and meditate on those things, to understand that, brothers, you are a God on this earth. To understand that, sisters, what is your actual purpose? Matter of fact, let's talk about what the purpose is. That's a beautiful segue. That's a beautiful. Why do y'all always feel as though your purpose has to be so grandiose?
Bro, everybody feels like they supposed to be the next it.
Everyone was anointed to be the greatest next thing. What if your purpose was actually something that was very important still, but not to shape the world? Why does everything have to be so grandiose? You was meant to be the first person to do this. You was meant to be the first black person to do that. You was meant to
change your generation.
Yeah, change the generation.
You was meant to lead, be the leader of the flock. For this.
How about your purpose was to be a great mother or a great
Right.
father? And because you're focusing on everything else, you lack in those areas.
There we go.
Fail.
Free talk
You
to them.
understand? So it's like, yo, people don't understand. Like there's certain I'd say roles that are supposed to be filled. Now, if everybody wants to be so grandiose about things, who's filling in these roles that are still essential to our growth as a people?
Right.
That's so funny.
You understand? But you want to be grandiose. Who's filling in those roles to make sure that our people live on?
Load up the gun,
Like it
Give it to them.
doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, like, okay, like we got a company. The company is made of plumbers, carpenters, and painters. If everybody's a plumber, who's the painter and who's the carpenter?
Come on.
Who's gonna make sure these things get done when we're trying to fix the building?
And who are the apprentices? Because see, the
Exactly.
thing is, everybody, like I was telling somebody the other day.
About to get into it,
I was telling somebody the other day, like, listen, we live in a society where everybody thinks that they're supposed to be an entrepreneur.
Right.
That's problematic. Everybody wasn't meant to be an entrepreneur. Everybody wasn't meant to be a boss.
Yeah.
There has to be workers.
Yes.
And it's okay to be a worker.
It's okay to be a worker.
It's okay.
But everybody has such a perception, you know, really puffed in pride,
Yeah.
to think that I'm an entrepreneur, I'm supposed to be a business owner, I'm supposed to have this, I'm supposed to have that, I'm supposed to be... No, everybody wasn't meant to be a boss.
Yeah.
Everybody wasn't meant to be a leader.
Right.
And that's
a fact.
okay.
And the thing is, what gets me is, like, certain people are born with that personality already. But it's the people that don't even have the personality or
Right. Who want to be that thing.
or the endurance to
Yeah.
even do these things that want to be it.
Right.
Like, which is crazy. They won't do
right.
no research. They won't go out there and network and talk to people. And they don't have that type of humble mind state to be a leader like that. But that this is what you want to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, do what fits you.
Yeah, and that goes into another conversation that we have often, which is your purpose versus your calling. Right? I have this theory / understanding that there's a difference between your purpose and your calling. And I feel like the purpose is something that, as so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, I feel like we have the same purpose. Right? It's to really your purpose should be to uplift your people.
That's it.
Right? And everything that you do should uplift your people and to serve
The higher
It might
power.
be too deep for them.
The higher power. You gotta serve the higher power, man.
To serve that which has created you. And that goes into the whole purpose thing. How you going to determine your purpose and you had nothing to do with your own creation? Come on. If you're a potter and I have molded and I have wrought this particular fixture or element, I have chosen the purpose for this said thing. How is the thing that has been molded and shaped going to tell me what its purpose is? You know how arrogant that is? It really gets under my skin when people say that, oh, this is my purpose. And I hate when I see on the Instagram, I'm going in now. I hate when I see on the Instagram timeline, yo, when you have found your purpose and you set in your purpose, everything is this. How do you know what your purpose is? How dare you say something like that? And you haven't gotten that understanding from your creator. Are you serious?
Nah, because God talking to him on a pillow at night. You didn't hear him.
And that's fine. You're a schizophrenic. We giving it up. You're a schizophrenic, man. You're talking to yourself at night.
Yo, when people say God talked to him, this is how you kill him out. You ask him, well, what did he sound like?
Right, how does God sound? Tell me.
Did it sound like your voice?
Yeah. And now they're going to have to reach deep into their lion bag. Oh, no, he sounds like this, brother. You're lying. He sounds like you.
Listen, first of all, he even said, if you even think that you're living in wickedness and you're talking to him, you're fooling yourself, man. Like, there's no way. Like, you can't be married to wickedness and think that you're talking to the most divine being that created us. It doesn't make sense, man. Y'all have to wake up and understand. The devil blesses too.
Right.
And the devil talk to you more than the Most High.
Of course he do.
And why can't Satan
The
visit
devil
you?
will talk to you all day,
Right.
and
All day.
and trick you like he's an angel of light.
Right.
Yo, listen, yo.
Right. Yeah.
Yo, listen.
But no, automatically no. But see, you so woke and profound that all you want is good, positive vibes. That only the Most High and the universe is talking to you for good things.
Brother, because
Are you serious?
Brother, because they have crystals in the windows. You don't have crystals yet.
That's what it is. Yeah, I don't have crystals. Toss them crystals out the window. We giving it a roll today, yo. Listen, all of y'all, man, y'all really getting under my skin, yo, because that's a really sensitive topic for me. This purpose. I hate when people think that they know their purpose. I hate that when you think you know your purpose and it hasn't been given or shown unto you by that very entity. And not what you think. And just because you're good at something doesn't make it your purpose. right? If anybody that has followed this podcast or has followed my Instagram, y'all know I do spoken word poetry. If I have been gifted the ability to speak onto a crowd, I'm not gonna say this is my purpose just because I'm able to capture someone's ear. I can say that this is a calling of mine to utilize this medium for the purpose, which is to uplift my brethren. Right? If you can sing, you should utilize your vocal ability to uplift your people. You shouldn't be singing about having sex at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning with whoever Joe Schmo comes into your bedroom or whoever woman. If you mighty and strong, utilize that to help your people. If you got hella knowledge and smarts, utilize that to help your people. That should always be the goal, not to fatten your pockets.
No,
if you
brother,
broke
chase
out
the
here,
bag.
but you,
2020.
that's what it is. That's what it is.
Okay,
Chase the bag.
You know what? Sometimes you gotta break it down in simplest form for people, right? Now, imagine, right? If we keep at this rate, imagine how our sons and daughters are gonna be in a position where they can't find good people to be with and procreate with, because we're creating a society where people are just dumb. Not seriously. No, I mean, but if we work together and we created a positive vibe and people followed the same moral compass, I wouldn't have to worry. My daughter would end up with a stand-up man to take care of her and her family, or son will grow up with a woman who wouldn't sleep with other men and do adultery, and vice versa. We wouldn't have to worry about these things because they're growing up in a positive light. Now, if everything is going to hell, our children are going to hell as well.
Yeah, right.
I don't think they know that.
Right.
That's what we in the midst of right now. This is hell right now. FYI, this is hell.
Because people have a problem to where we don't have clairvoyance. We live for today and the now. What's going to benefit me right now? But we don't have the clairvoyance or the foresight to see that everything that we do is going to affect our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, really all of our progeny.
Right.
And we got to start thinking about that, because if we don't look that far ahead, then we're not putting them in a better situation, and they're going to grow up to the exact same conditions that we're in.
Exactly. But brothers and sisters don't care, because you can't tell me what to do. And I actually don't even care what people think. I hate when people say that too. I'm just airing out all the things that I hate, just so y'all understand. When people say, yo, I don't care what people think, you should. If you got a super potty mouth out here, you just spewing what they call them, appropriate words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That really have people cringing. You could be saying a hell of a lot of wisdom. You could have mad knowledge coming out of your mouth. But if you're not speaking to with a particular grace and salt, no one's gonna want to hear you.
No, that's real.
Regardless of what you're saying.
That's
so you got to be able to check the way that you're delivering it in terms of the words that you're utilizing to get across your message. So you should care, you should care about how people perceive you. You should care how you look when you walk in the street in terms of your attire.
And also being aware, like when you speak something, be aware of who your audience is.
No,
exactly.
Because the way that I speak in the midst of you brothers may be different than the way I'll speak in the midst of some elder women. You understand? You have to understand who you're around, who your audience is, and speak appropriate for that. You know, in oration or public speech, when I took that in college, that's one of the main things. You have to know your audience before you speak.
Right.
And you speak appropriately to that audience.
That particular.
Our brothers and sisters don't care about that. What you gonna say?
Yeah, so I wanted to bring this out actually, because even people who claim they know God and all this stuff, they don't understand that what comes out of your mouth really explains your character.
You about to go into the DMs?
Now I'm gonna actually bring this out. It's Matthew 15 and 11.
Oh, snap, the brothers.
Yeah,
the brothers going in.
Not that which
Wait.
Oh,
yeah.
Now take that off. So, not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth a man. So, and then this is Colossians 4 and 6. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know ye ought to answer every man.
Right.
So people gotta understand that speech is always in the scripture. and it shows you how to move with your people. Know what I mean? So people who say, "Yo, I don't care how people feel. I don't say what I want." You're just bringing your downfall. You understand? Like, if you believe in karma, I don't know if you subscribe to it. Know what I mean, but that's kind of like what it is. Like, what you say is what you're going to go through eventually.
Yeah. Man shall eat of the fruit of his mouth.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So I mean, yo, no lie. That's why I be saying, man. There's a lot of jewels out there, so people could.
Yeah, in them ancient scrolls, man.
Yeah, man. So you can advance your knowledge, and not only knowledge, but using that knowledge to be wise. I mean, and then applying it to your life.
And that's what you need. You need the wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. I feel like I've said this before on the pod.
Right. Yo,
this is the principal thing.
Yo, the brother Ariel brought it out so beautifully.
Right.
Knowledge is just to know. Understanding is having a point of a comprehension of what you know.
Right.
Being able to comprehend what exactly you know. But wisdom is knowing when and how to apply what you know.
Right. And that's like in a way, and so adding to that in an example, the way that I bring that out to brothers and sisters is knowledge is knowing that 1 + 1 is 2. Right? You've taught me this. You've taught me this is knowledge. 1 + 1 is 2. To understand it is to now know that 2 × 1 is also 2. You know what I mean? So you're able to get that same result by other means because you understand the knowledge. And then wisdom is teaching someone else what you've just learned.
Exactly.
Knowing how, knowing when. Some people have a slower tendency to absorb knowledge, right? They have a slower acumen in absorbing knowledge. So you might have to tailor it a bit different than somebody who's more advanced. This is how wisdom is applicable. You know what I mean? So this is what we battle every day and all day. This is what we battle all day and every day. And this is what your brothers here in the Breakfast Podcast are trying to give you, man. Every time you tune in. Thought, if you're still tuned in with us, man, it's because you really jack what knowledge and wisdom is and you care about it. You care about it. Those that might turn off the channel, oh no, I don't like the way them brothers are speaking, man. Them brothers are speaking harsh. You and your feelings.
They like yes men.
Yes, man.
Yo, listen.
They like smooth
things.
I never liked people around me that are yes men.
Right.
Tell me the truth. Because if you're a yes man, you're dangerous. You need people around that's gonna tell you what it is.
Yo, nigga, you going off.
Yeah. You need people like that.
Yeah, man.
I need you to tell me when I'm going off, because I might go off.
Right, of course.
I might go off.
Of course. There's some people that will. There's some people. Y'all let me know in the comments if this is somebody that you might know or you might even be this person. There's some people that will purposely not seek the advice or counsel of other people because they know that person is going to tell them something they don't want to hear.
Yeah, but they go to the one that tell them yes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know, that's like the friend, I mean, that won't tell you got a booger in your nose.
Right. Gonna let you walk into the club, talking to all the mommies.
You good, man.
You got a booger in your nose.
I'm good. Yeah, you straight. You straight, man. You ready.
I'm good.
Or you got an outfit on and look crazy.
Yeah.
That's a sister that you let your sister go out, her track showing. She got a bad weave and or she got the thick eyebrows on, don't even look realistic. She doesn't go out like that.
Don't look realistic. Hold on, I'm jacking thick eyebrows though, just as a, you know what I mean, I'm putting that out there.
Thick real eyebrows.
Thick real eyebrows, yeah. The bushy eyebrows. I love the bushy eyebrows. Yo, what's the emoji?
When it's drawn on too crazy, I don't like
a sister, you definitely don't draw on your eyebrows. Don't draw on your eyebrows. A sister told me that the emoji for the eyebrows is the little caterpillar. The job?
The caterpillar.
The little caterpillar. You know the caterpillar emoji?
Yeah, I know that emoji. That's what they use it for?
I don't know. That's what sister told me. I was trying to compliment this one sister on her eyebrows, and I was like, yo, how I compliment this sister through the emoji? And she was like, yo, caterpillar. So I was like, okay, she could have been fooling me. I'm not savvy on that. But I just wanted to say,
yo, she might have been sending you off.
so you can send that to other sisters. Right. What you mean?
He will do that one time.
I used it one time. I used it. Yeah, maybe the sister didn't back to
you. You an ugly caterpillar before the butterfly.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I just tried to compliment the sister on her eyebrows, man.
Meanwhile, the sister looking at the text confounded.
What is this?
What is
two caterpillars? I don't know. So and that also is a segue, the whole purpose and your calling. That's a segue into, and if you made that was a great point, man, about maybe what if your purpose is just to be that that mom. Your calling is to be that mom or that great father, and then that's it. I remember there was one time, before I get to that next point, I remember there was one time I was in high school, and I was sitting in a round circle, and everybody was, for whatever reason, I don't know why, everybody was saying what they wanted to be in the next 5 to 10 years or something like that. Everybody was saying, oh, I'm an architect, you know, I want to be a businesswoman, you know what I mean, all those things. And then this one sister said she wanted to be a housewife, and everybody clowned her.
Really?
You want to be a housewife? You know what I'm saying? What is that? No aspirations for yourself. I even clowned her. Because I clowned her as well. You were wicked. I clowned her too. I'm like, yeah, this is, what's crazy? What's crazy is
I was expecting you to be the one to back her up.
No, this is back in the day. This is back in the day. Come on. This is a wicked shooter, baby. Come on. You ready?
Wicked shots.
Wicked shots.
Wicked shots,
man, back in the day. Y'all know. So I even clowned her too, because of course, you know, I hadn't healed at that moment, right? I hadn't been healed. So I clowned her too because, and then also, my former lady at the time, that was her best friend. So I'm damn near looking at my former lady like, yo, this your friend? Like, yo, she aspiring to be a housewife? Yo, get away from her. Get away from her. But lo and behold,
no, what was her ethnicity?
Dominican. Yeah, so-called Dominican, which is which is actually on brand.
Yeah, that is on
That's
brand.
on brand because a lot of, you know,
So
so-called Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. I mean, I can't really speak to y'all can, I don't know if Haitians or Jamaicans
same vibes
are raised like that.
Same vibes.
To be
Same
housewives.
Same
Yeah.
vibes,
They might have the skills. They might have the skills. But to be raised or be trained up as housewives, though, to want to aspire to be that.
Sometimes.
I mean, sometimes, yeah.
Well, I know a lot of times Dominicans and you know, so-called Puerto Ricans, they are also raised up like that. And back in the day, I was like, that's terrible. Well, everybody was literally looking at her like she was lost, and it was a sad case. But like I said, lo and behold,
and she knew the truth.
She was in the knowledge.
She was in the knowledge.
She was in the knowledge.
Naturally.
But now that sister, she done seen one of my posts, you know, these days. And she then said, I got hate speech spewing and all of that.
Oh, the same sister?
Yeah, the same sister. She like, I don't like what you've become. You know what she said? I don't like what you've become. You become a fanatic. I don't like it. I said, yeah, I'm a fanatic for helping my brothers and sisters. Give me a talk on drop on that.
Wait. She DM'd you?
No, this was on one of my comments. I had posted
so she gave it to you.
But what did you?
Yeah, in front of everybody.
What did you post?
I had posted that was my chalk. I was doing the chalk. You know how I draw on the ground.
And that was retaliation for what you did to her when she was in.
Could be. Well, damn, she was tucking it in for over years.
Yeah, she was tucking it.
You see? Now that's a whole nother subject about being petty.
Grudge.
Stop being petty, yo. Don't be petty. What did say? Petty Murphy.
Petty Crocker.
Petty Crocker.
Petty LaBelle.
Stop being petty, yo. It's not hard. It's not hard to stop being petty, yo. Just tell yourself, damn, I want to be petty. I want to be petty. No, stop being petty. Why? Because I actually love my people.
No, people say pride in being petty.
They do. A sister told me straight away, listen, for the next year, I'm going to be petty with you. What? What? But meanwhile, this be the same sister that will actually want to build a relationship with you. Let's think about this. You're going to tell me you're going to actively be petty, but then want to get closer to me?
I'm not gonna.
That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I'm unveiling a whole lot of my. I'm being transparent. Listen, I should be called AKA Mr. Transparency because I don't care what's going on.
You don't give him the sauce.
I'm giving him the sauce right now. I just revealed a whole lot of my whole life. Just
I'm gonna tell you. No, you giving them the secret sauce. You let them taste it, but you ain't telling them what's in it.
Well, I can't give them names. I ain't gonna give names. You know what I mean? I can't give them names. People might be looking for them. You know what I'm saying? But so I wanted to say. That was a great segue into, are you jacking complacency or are you jacking contentment? Complacency versus contentment.
In 2020, people look at them as the same thing. Oh, you're complacent. If you're content with where you are, like let's say I'm a regular brother, I work a 9 to 5, I make X amount of dollars. It's not an exuberant amount of money. I'm making under $100K a year. You feel me? I make enough to provide a roof over my head, clothing, food, the needful things, the essential things.
The chief things.
Yeah, the chief
things.
Then I'm damn near looked at as, oh, you're complacent. You don't want more. Why don't you want more?
Yeah.
Why don't you want more?
Yeah.
Because, in today's society, it's projected that one should want to reach for the stars.
Right.
But some people are content where they are.
And there's nothing wrong being content.
Being content, if you have the needful things where you don't want for anything, because you don't want much.
Right.
Then what is wrong with being satisfied with that which God has blessed you with?
That's what I'm saying. And it's really you should want to be content, because with contentment comes that perpetual peace. That perpetual peace.
But you know what I think people confuse it with is the ones that are content with doing nothing at all. Like they don't have those things, but they're just comfortable leeching off other people. You know what I mean? So that's the big line where people don't be understanding. Like if a brother is taking care of everything he has to take care of, and he has a roof, he has clothes, he's supporting everything, then give that brother a break. It's the ones that are leeching off of you. They don't want to work hard. They don't want to pay any bills, and they just don't have that drive. And they're content with that. That's a problem.
You content with playing 2K all day.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem.
That's funny. So let me read this. This is the etymology, because we like to deal with the etymology here on the Breakfast Podcast. So this is contentment. So it says contentment is passive, right? This is a nice little breakdown, actually. Contentment is passive. Satisfaction is active. I want to talk about that real quick. Contentment is passive. Satisfaction is active. Meaning that you will damn near become envious of your own self, because you'll never have enough, because you aren't content. Because you are feeling as though that you're just being complacent, right? So you're always going to try to want more. You're damn near gluttonous. Contentment is passive, satisfaction is active. The former, contentment, is the feeling of one who does not needlessly pine after what is beyond his reach, nor frets at the hardship of his condition. Right? What did one of our forefathers, Brother Paul, say? In all things, right, I have learned to be
both abound and abase.
You know what I'm saying? I've learned to have this peace when I have abounded, meaning when I have had a lot of things. I've learned to have peace and be happy and content. And also when I have been abased, when I didn't have anything, when I was needful, when I was hungry, I was still content. I still took in my lower state a level of cheerfulness.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I literally probably had the most peace in my life when I was in the shelter.
Oh, his brother's party now. He bringing out his past life.
You feel me?
Finally, this brother talks to y'all about his past life.
Yo, that's all Zamar do is create narratives.
I want them out because they want to reach out and touch us. They want to know who we are, baby.
Yeah, man.
Break the fourth wall. Go ahead, talk to them.
If you don't know anything about me, I'm probably about 45 in experience. Like, I've had a lot of life experience, and one of my experiences, I was in the shelter. But in that time of my life, I had the most peace.
The sisters now. Oh, that brother was in the shelter. It's gonna be filled now.
You all right?
You ever need a time?
Right.
Ever need a place to stay? Hey, brother, you always stay here. Stay with me, brother.
But now I'm in a better situation. We party.
Right. We did it. We partying right here in the brother's apartment. Man. Shout out to the Most High for that.
Shout out to that.
Put a clap. Hold on. Let me get that. Big clap. Man.
But literally, I had the most peace when I didn't have anything. When I didn't have anything, because I really understood. I really understood that really your life is in the hands of the Most High.
Right.
Whether you have a lot or a little, your life is in His hands. And if you're doing what you're supposed to do by Him, then eventually He's gonna provide for you. He always provided everything I needed, even when I didn't have anything. You feel me? I didn't have much, but I had the things I needed. I had food, I had shelter, and I had clothing. You really don't need much more than that.
Right.
You know, I didn't have the aesthetics of the things that I was used to.
Right.
But I had the things that I needed. I never went without.
Right.
You feel me? And it really gave me a different perspective on life. and what it means to be content, and what it means to understand the condition that the Most High has put you in.
Right.
Because a lot of times we're in conditions based off of where the Most High sees fit for us to be.
Right.
You know, at that particular
Oh
juncture
man, yeah,
in my life,
right.
the Most High needed me to be abased because I was proud. I got puffed up into the different things that I had, you know, the things that I had earned or different accolades that I had collected you know, within my lifetime. And I got proud in that. I got boastful. You know what I'm saying? That started to make me who I was.
Get humbled.
Exactly.
Sometimes we get humbled.
Yeah, you gotta be humble.
Strip you from all of those things.
Yeah.
And then he strip you butt naked, and then you really have to deal with the internal. You got to deal with who you are.
Right.
Aside from all the things you built yourself up in.
Right.
The clothes, the cars, the money, women. The Most High snatch all those things from you. You got to really deal with the ugly truth of who you are as a person and your character.
And sometimes too ugly for people to look in the mirror. It's too ugly. Look in the mirror. Ooh, I don't want to see that. Too ugly. You know how people say, I can't sleep at night.
Well, we're all flawed. You understand? Even if I look in the mirror today, I still see flaws. But I understand that I'm an imperfect man, and I understand that perfection is a journey.
Yeah.
And we also understand that we're nothing without the Most High.
Absolutely.
See, the Most High take away those things and be like, "Hi, look. What are you without these things? These things wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for me in the first place."
Right.
So I mean, it's all a matter of us being humbled, so He could show us that we're nothing without Him.
Exactly. Listen, so I want to move into the what? Facts or cap? Listen, what happens is, when you have been partying for a little while, you know, episode 11, we've been partying for a little while, you think everybody's following you. Yeah. No, sometimes people don't know first time listeners, and they don't know who the heck y'all or what's going on. So tell me
all right. So Facts or Cap is our segment where I will make a declarative statement, and if you agree with what I'm saying to be truth, then your vote will be facts. If you think that what I'm saying is false or is untrue, then your entry would be cap. All right, so the facts and cap of this week. If you ask a woman what a good man is, watch her describe a slave. Facts or cap?
Say it again.
Facts or cap? If you ask a woman what a good man is, then she will describe a slave.
If you ask a woman what a good man is, she will describe a slave.
What do you say?
She will describe a slave. I say that's big facts, yo. That's got to be big facts. Because a lot of times, man, y'all sisters, they gonna think we bashing. We're not a podcast that bashes sisters. But a lot of times, our sisters be going off. They go off. Yeah, man. A lot of times, man, sisters, they want brothers to just be, what do you call them? Doormats. But then also at the same time want brothers to be He-Man. At the same time, like you want the brother to be the Hulk and to protect and to provide and all of that. You want him to be debonair and all these things.
But then y'all want him to be a poodle.
Yeah, you want him to be a poodle.
Can't be both, man.
A poodle.
Right. Can't be both. You gotta find you an effeminate man then, because
come on,
the alpha man can't do both. I can't be the Hulk and be the protector and go hard, and then you want me to be a poodle.
That's big. So that's like, big facts. That's crazy. Yeah.
So you think that she would describe a slave, and why do you say this?
I think she would describe a slave because then it's gonna be the brother having to pander, and the brother having to walk on eggshells, and the brother he has to ascribe to the notion that a happy wife makes for a happy life. Yeah. And that is the most asinine way to live your life, brothers. I'm talking to you. Do not live your life under the notion and concept and structural ideology of America to be a happy wife is a happy life. No. Do not get on your one knee and propose to her with a 14-karat ring. You ain't even put no down payment on a house. You know what I'm saying? It's backwards what's going on here because the sisters got your cojones. Is that too graphic?
No.
They got your cojones, man, in a vice grip.
First of all, if we both ain't happy, ain't no life.
Come on, man.
That's how real it is. If we both ain't happy, ain't no life. Ain't no you gotta make this one person happy and then everything's gonna be good. No, it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense, because are you in turn as a woman doing the things that will make that man happy?
Yeah.
So come on, man. Like, we gotta get out of here. We're all grown-ups. Like, and there's certain things that we're fed, so automatically our brains take it in and feel like this is the way it's supposed to be, and it's not. Now, I mean, we're living in the freaking matrix.
Right.
So you
the
say it's
Matrix.
facts too.
Of course.
Right, big facts, of course. From free, the smoke gone.
So that's facts.
It's facts.
Right. So I'm gonna take the opposing side of that.
Oh, you always
I knew he was. I knew he was gonna take the
I know he was.
I
knew he was, man.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Listen,
Let's hear it.
Let me explain. I'm gonna
See,
say
this how he staying good vibes with his power.
That's how it is. Okay, I see the science now.
See the science, right?
Alright, cool,
Leave
cool.
us looking like the bad guys. Know what I mean?
nah, bro.
Go ahead.
For argumentation's sake.
Okay, all right. Oh, the proverbial devil's advocate. All right, that's what it is. Okay,
You
go ahead.
understand?
Talk to them.
All right, so you got to look at it like this, though. That's not all women, because certain women have an understanding that a man is supposed to lead, but they're not opposed to being a help meet for that man.
Oh, I ain't talking about them.
Yeah, but those
about
women
those
exist.
Oh, I ain't talking
Because
about-
I ain't talking
the
about them.
declarative statement was
We love y'all. We love y'all.
The declarative statement was, if you ask a woman, that's any woman, what a good man is, watch her describe a slave. That's not all women.
Of our women.
Yeah,
Of our women, right? The so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American woman. Because I don't care what a Caucasian woman thinks. Or an Arab woman. Or
And
Indian
you
woman.
could break it down like this. Yeah, you could ask a woman, but if you ask a wife,
Yeah. Okay, so you're trying to go into the science. See, I wasn't trying to go that deep into the science.
Oh. Next time, on Breakfast
if you ask a woman that knows how to be a wife,
Yeah.
that'll be different.
But so that's to my point. There are different women. There are women out here that are wives who understand their role, who understand why the Most High created them, and are willing to be a help meet unto that man. Willing to.
So
be,
what's meat? I'm sorry. What's meat? Just so that people understand. A
Meaning-
meat unto that man.
meaning a help good for that man.
Right.
Meaning a help that's going to be needful for that man. Meaning
Right.
she's going to be a pillar of rest.
Right. To support that man.
Okay,
Right.
so you gotta
To
give
help
you
that
gotta give
brother.
some content.
Yeah.
How was Eve created?
Right. She was created to be a help unto Adam. Ultimately, in the garden, because Adam already had his directives from the Most High.
As a man, you're saying Adam already had his directions of what to do.
Exactly, and which leads me to a post that I seen earlier this week. A good man with a vision. A good man with a vision needs a wife who can support it, or something to that extent. I forgot what it. I forgot how it was written, how it was framed, but it was something to that extent. And then I'm like, oh, that's dope, because there are women who will help fortify a man.
Yeah.
And a woman is fruitful, even in her essence, because she gives birth to fruit. You understand? So really, with a woman having that power, that God-given ability, I should be able to give my woman an idea, and she help multiply it.
Exactly.
I should be able to give my woman my vision, and she help multiply.
Exactly.
That's the type of women we trying to deal with.
Through her
Exactly.
savvy, through her innate savviness.
Because
through her
acumen.
Yeah, through her innate acumen that she already just has off the rip. Why does that acumen now have to be placed in Caucasian society? Why do you now have to climb the ladder of so-called success in your business and make partner and do all these things? Meanwhile, your children are with the enemy, right? 8 hours out of the day, because you're not around and being indoctrinated, because you want to use those skills that the Most High has given unto you for things that are not helping your husband at home.
This is getting you a bunch of dead white men on green paper.
Right, that fiat money, and that's a
That's not
whole
going to
nother
last you.
topic.
So
that's a whole nother topic.
So do you feel like most women, instead of that living fruit, they're giving out spoiled ones?
Spoiled fruit,
like not the good ones necessarily that we know are out there, but as far as the majority, because this is the thing people have to realize. The fact that the black community is doing poorly with gang violence and our people dying, as far as our eating habits, as far as education-wise, there is no way that we could have an abundance of good mothers out there.
Yeah.
because the numbers don't prove it.
Right, something's going wrong.
Or
Something's going on. All
Right,
good fathers.
Yeah, yeah.
So something's going wrong out there. So this is what people don't understand. Now the proof is in the pudding. If I see like positivity and growth and our kids starting to think different, then yeah, I'm going to say, you know what, maybe things are changing, but things are getting worse. Kids are getting more disrespectful.
Right.
Know what I mean? People don't know their roles anymore. It's chaos. So that's what I'm saying. Like, is there any good fruit out there anymore?
Listen, no, not one.
No, it's a lot of corrupt fruit. I ain't gonna hold you. It's
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of it's a lot of trees. It's the axe is gonna be laid to the root, straight up and down.
It's
lot of
serious.
Straight up and down.
Yeah,
A lot
man.
of corrupt fruit.
And listen, and we understand, now we're not speaking, trying to be like holier than thou or anything like that, but it's just, you gotta want to do better. You got to want to do better.
At least think about doing it.
At least think
Right.
about it.
Consider it.
Consider it.
Concede.
Yeah, consider it, and then try to acquire the discipline necessary in order to achieve said reformation.
All people do
You know what
not
I mean?
consider.
They don't even consider.
consider,
Right there you
man.
go. There you go, man. There you go, brother. Hit him with it. So I mean, I feel like, was there anything on the Fights of Cap?
Nah, that's
Alright, so I feel like that's actually a great segue into the we gotta do better.
No, man.
Right.
Oh man, listen.
Hold on, let's bring it out.
Man.
Gotta do better, so much better.
I love that it just stopped right on. I love it.
So this
on
week,
cue.
Right, so tell them first what it is.
Okay.
For the first time listeners.
We Gotta Do Better is basically a segment on us finding something that, as a collective, we suffer from that we need to fix.
Yes.
Basically. And this week on We Gotta Do Better.
This week on We Gotta Do
listen,
Better.
I definitely have to urge that our people need to start eating better.
Okay.
Know what I mean? And I basically want to say that because it's come recently. I know everybody has heard of the coronavirus coming from China.
Hopefully everybody, unless you've been under a rock.
right. You know, Negroes don't watch the news.
Yeah, you just want to scroll on Instagram every day and all day. That's what you want to do.
If it ain't on Baller Alert, it ain't.
Well,
Yeah, right.
if you
If
don't
they talk about it in
know,
the shade room.
if you don't know, now you know. And I'm gonna read this article.
Welcome to Freeze Corner.
So this is amidst China's coronavirus infection that has claimed at least 25 lives and infected hundreds of Chinese citizens with a pneumonia-like illness. A woman video devouring a bat soup is doing rounds on the internet.
Hold on.
Bat soup.
Hold on.
Bat
soup.
You got to rewind it for the people.
Bat
What kind of soup?
A bat soup.
Brother,
Hold
we
on.
ain't had no bat soup.
I need like the crickets, like the cricket sound, right? Because
Yo.
bat soup,
Yeah, bat soup.
bat soup.
Is doing rounds on the internet in the video.
Oh,
You can see a woman trying to consume a whole bat. It's not even chopped up into pieces. Like
Right, it's a whole bat.
bat. It's like she's trying to eat Dracula.
It's a whole
Like-
legit bat, yo.
Yo, that's
So and then Chinese scientists have linked this virus to bats. Now, I don't care what nobody says. There is no people in the world that eats anything like Chinese people. Like when I mean they eat anything, they eat anything.
Right.
But this is the thing that gets me though, is that our people go to these people to eat every day on a daily basis.
and you think we're eating chicken over rice?
You understand?
Yeah,
You think
yeah.
they're eating chicken over rice.
Yeah.
You think those ribs are really ribs.
Right.
But this is why I be telling people, like, listen, we have to, as a black community, we need to stop trusting other nations and eat from our people. Go get some Caribbean food. Go get some Spanish food. Go get some,
Right.
you know what I mean? Go get some Patalinos or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Chicken al pollo. Like, what's up?
Give him the Spanish mustard. Check it out for you.
Like, for real. Like, listen, I stopped eating Chinese food like damn near 4 years ago, man. Like, listen,
Right.
we need to stop eating that stuff because even if you're not getting something crazy, the grease they fry it in is just defiled, man. Like we need to stay away from anything they're cooking, especially now. Listen, they sick as hell.
Yeah,
So
cooking cat.
do you understand what I'm saying? Crazy thing is that people don't know is that the Chinese have always been eating things like that because during times of Roman rule, they would actually trade. Romans would trade the Chinese an abundance of dogs because they know they would eat them in exchange for gunpowder and silks and other fabrics.
Like spices.
You understand?
Like that.
So spices. Yeah. So this goes way back, man. So I said people need to do history. Like these people eat crazy things. So why would I, in turn, eat from a people who have no boundaries on what they consume? It just doesn't make sense.
But you know why? You know why? This is the science right here. I'll tell you. It's because our people love other cultures
Except
more
their own.
than their own.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's what it is. Because you know how many people will try to vilify you or ridicule you for not having your passport stamped?
Oh my God.
And if you ain't been nowhere, you damn near a peon.
You damn near can't
You damn
tell
near
them
infidel. You can't say nothing to them. Brother, where have you traveled? You know how many times I've heard this before? Well, where have you been, brother? Where have you traveled? Now, I've traveled to certain places, but why, if you go to Indonesia, you gotta ingratiate yourself in their culture? Why do you have to go to their temples and wear their garments and worship their gods?
Right, you gotta get in their water.
Why you gotta do all that?
purification.
Why you gotta eat all their food? Oh, brother, I never tried turtle before. Brother, why don't you just try it? No!
The turtle nuts is good, brother.
I don't want to try this thing. Why? Because my people have never eaten this abomination. Why? Brother, you never had rat over rat? No!
Hey,
I've never had that.
Listen, I don't know if you can find this picture, but they literally had a dick soup. When I mean there was,
Oh, you see
nah,
what
I'm
I'm
so
saying?
serious.
Brother, you're
Bunch
not-
of animal dicks in a pot.
You're not kosher,
Like,
brother. You're
I
not
would
kosher.
never eat. Yo, listen, I'm serious. I don't know about you people. Once I seen that, I knew it was real. There was a bunch of dicks and balls in a pot from animals. And they just drinking it like, yo, this makes you strong. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like that takes eating a dick to higher levels,
Oh,
man.
yeah, that's saying.
Like that's saying just
But
like that's crazy.
Spicy right now. Brother getting spicy.
Like that's crazy.
Yo, listen. In all seriousness, though, my brothers and my sisters, we really talking to you. Stop going. There's nothing wrong with traveling. Actually, those that travel can gain much wisdom and experience. This is an absolute fact. So do travel, do stamp your passport, but you don't have to ingratiate yourself in their culture. And you know why you want to do that? It's because you don't know who you are.
right.
You don't know who you are. You have
think-
no tenets of being grounded or anything that is your heritage or your roots.
Yeah, because you think when in Rome, do as the Romans.
Do as the Romans.
And your culture is better than the Roman.
And not even knowing that your culture is the best culture. Everybody wants to talk about these, again, the pseudo-profoundness. Talk about, brother, the ancestors, brother. We have to pray. I have a whole line of ancestors behind me. Name one ancestor. You can't even name a forefather. Beyond 3 generations, maybe your father, your grandfather, something like that. After that, it's crickets.
Let alone follow what your ancestors did, because people be talking about ancestors, but you're in no way doing what your ancestors did. All you're doing is European type of things. So,
Come on.
so when people be bringing up, oh, my ancestors this, my ancestors that, you're actually following your oppressor, man. Like, come on.
Right.
Like, serious.
Name an ancestor. We gonna say Shaka Zulu, brother. Shaka Zulu.
Right.
Come on.
No,
what if I
but-
tell you about
no.
David, Solomon,
Brother,
Ezekiel?
No, brother, it's the lost tribe of Shabazz.
You know what I'm saying? Again, that's super profoundness, man, brother. Brother, just if you look on the Egyptian wall, brother,
Yo,
and you see the
that's another
hieroglyphics,
thing.
the
listen.
hieroglyphics,
Peep
brother.
this.
That's how they say it.
Who's this? Listen.
The hieroglyphics, brother. You see?
This
You
one thing
don't
I
know.
want to get across, right? Like, okay, we all know the Egyptians were black, right? But that doesn't make all black people the same. Yes, we
Right.
have the
We
same
ain't all
skin color,
Egyptian.
but we're not all Egyptian. Like, people they don't understand that. The Egyptians were cool as hell with Rome. I'll tell y'all that right now. This is why most of their gods have similar characteristics. You understand what I'm saying? So we are in lineage Hebrews. Now, I mean, we sojourned in Egypt. Yes, we had ancestors that sojourned there, but that does not make us Egyptians. Like, I keep seeing unks and
my God.
pharaohs and listen.
The Eye of Ra.
Those are not our
Like,
people.
come
And when you
on.
get to scripture, those people are actually cursed. So you want to be a
no.
cursed people, hey, that's you. But
That's too deep,
listen, man, we're we're not those people. Learn where you come from.
Yeah,
Learn the things that travel. Listen, and there's certain signs that are upon us to let us know who we are. Now, I'm gonna drop those jewels so you can go and research that. I don't want to go into it.
Right, that's free of charge.
Right, that's free of charge. My man, free. Right. Tell him.
This the thing.
Right.
But back to this bat thing, right?
All right.
Now,
close it out over there with that.
We have laws specifically in Leviticus to what we're supposed to consume, and no lie, the bat is one of the abominations we're supposed to stay away from.
Eat a bat.
So, and then she eats a bat and wonders why this virus is happening. It's all judgment. It's all judgment. So if you, as a black man, black woman, Hispanic man, Hispanic woman, Native American man, Native American woman, choose to eat from them, then you'll receive your judgment as you please, because they're showing you. Like, they will eat anything, and if you eat from them, then you might cause your death.
Right, and everybody done seen the memes or the video clips on World Star where you see the Asian man or the Asian woman, they chasing down the pigeon in the park. You've seen it before.
Yeah,
You've seen it before, and then you got a bunch of comments on there. Oh, look at them and all that. But then the next thing you know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You done smoked the spliff, and now you're in the Chinese man store.
Yeah. Now
you getting pork fried rice chicken wing.
Now you like, yo, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. Ain't nothing else open.
Right. Oh, there's nothing else open, man. Yo, come on, brother. There's nothing else open.
Y'all need
Come
to
on,
also
man.
I need a 4-piece and some.
Yeah,
fried rice.
yeah, for sure.
As a people, we also need to be practicing fasting.
This is a fact.
Like, y'all need to learn how to go without food too. Because
This is a fact.
if it gets hard, what are you gonna do? Eat your daughter?
Right.
Eat your kids because
Yes,
you're
they will.
starving? Like, you have to train your body and push it to the limit to see what you're capable of. Like, I mean, fasting is good for the body as well. So
Right.
I mean,
Sometimes to digest all that madness you've been eating.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly, man. So listen, yo, with that, that's episode 11.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yo, they probably hate us after this part.
This pod,
Yo,
yo,
listen,
I done had enough
we was
stale
rocking
bread,
with stale bread.
yo.
leavened bread.
Right,
nigga.
leavened bread. You say, listen, brother, we was rocking with y'all for the first 10 episodes, but episode 11, I don't know.
Yeah, you wild out,
My
brother.
brother's doing too much.
You wild out, brother.
This brother reading scripture. I don't know, man. I'm not here for all that. I'm into crystals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's real like that.
Yeah, man.
It's real like
Yo,
that,
but
man.
listen, for those of y'all that hate, we forgive you. And for those of y'all that love us, we love you too. You know what I mean? For sure. So thank y'all for continuing to rock with us, man. This is episode 11, Breakfast Podcast.
Like, comment, subscribe,
Right,
share,
get all that out, man. Yo, and help the drive forward, man. To get something on the wall.
Any artists out there,
We
man?
got an artist.
Y'all buy my apartment. Y'all ain't gonna be doing that on the air. Y'all ain't gonna be doing that.
Oh man, yo, listen. I want to give any shout outs, man. What you want to tell them? What you want to tell the brothers and the sisters in closing, man? A little food for thought. What you want to give them?
Yo, listen, I'm gonna give a big shout out to those elders that came before us.
The elders that came before us, man.
Shout out to
Word.
them, man. We would be nothing without y'all. And shout out to the people who always try to stay on a positive vibe and are always trying to please the Most High, man. You know, shout out to y'all, man. And shout out for the people who always are trying to seek knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yo, and I want to give another shout out. I want to give a shout out to the mighty sisters that don't get offended by everything we say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
shout out to
understand?
that.
If the shoe don't fit, don't put it on.
Right.
You understand? Shout out to them sisters.
Exactly. What's that saying? They say that the dog always bark that get hit first with
Yeah,
the stone or
a
something
hit
like
dog
that.
always holler.
A hit dog always holler, man. Shout out to brothers that got their ears to the street, man. Sometimes when you roll around brothers that from Brooklyn.
Yeah, shout out. Big up on Brooklyn, bro.
Shout out Brooklyn.
Harlem's always better though. Episode 11. We out of here, man. Peace.